Hey, friends. Welcome. Um, Welcome aboard if you happen to be brand new. Welcome back if you're not. And welcome home if this feels like that place for you. We want to talk about what is up this week. This week being the 10th of March through the 16th of March, 2025. Um, Here's the deal, y'all. I have been absent from this channel for about 3 weeks. And a lot's been going on. Um, and I mean that astrologically, right? In general. Right now we have Venus in retrograde in Aries as our outlier. Let's get in. We start this week with a Leo moon, right? And just before midnight on Monday, just before the day turns, which is why I'm including it here, the moon opposes Pluto in Aquarius. And then that Leo moon is going to trine Mercury, which is about to be in retrograde, and Venus, which is in retrograde, both in Aries. And then the moon sextiles Jupiter in Gemini later in the day. Now, here's the thing that Leo moon is going to bring some real depth and capability to heart-based conversations. So use Monday to express your real truths, right? And what I mean are those things as they relate to home. And right when we're talking about home and Venus, we're talking about what home looks like and smells like and tastes like and sounds like, right? Those things that are 100% self reflexive, only you can define them and they can never be wrong, right? Expressing those truths as they relate to home and all of the ways that you want to experience that in 3D, right? Focus on the places where you already have abundance. And what I mean by that is I have a place to sleep. I have good health. I have a strong body, right? Don't focus on the places where you have lack or where you have a want or a desire. Focus on the places where you already have abundance. And that abundance will amplify itself and fill any space that might be identifiable to you as a lack, right? Um, and then trust that that will fill in for you. On Tuesday, the 11th, the Leo moon trines Chiron, sextiles both the moon and Saturn in Pisces, squares Uranus, and then Mercury posies right on up to retrograding Venus in Aries. So you might find yourself sliding into critical tendencies on Tuesday. Focus on the stuff that you can do, okay? And leave the rest be. This is about your inner game. So make sure that you are working on getting yourself right, yourself squared away, your business managed and handled. Anything else has to be off of your radar at the moment. Um, hello, hello, hello. So just leave it off your radar, right? Focus on what you can do, not what you think you can't do, right? On Wednesday, March the 12th, that Leo moon quincunxes Neptune, and then the moon moves into Virgo at 2:56 a.m., right, in the wee hours. That Pisces sun will conjunct Saturn early in the morning, only in time for coffee for you if you are one of those 5 a.m.ers, right? And then that Virgo moon is going to quincunx Pluto, Venus, Mercury. So exciting, right? So with that Virgo moon and the sun conjunct Saturn, um, shut down any and all attention to the external, right? To Wednesday is a full length mirror day. Lean into your discernment, right? With that Virgo energy, lean into, see, he wanted to come out. We knew he would, right? Lean into your discernment, okay? And make your to-do list all of the things you want to shift, change, or manifest. Stay absolutely in the present on Wednesday and focus on now. Focus on what you can do. Do it step by step. Offload any self recrimination and resolve to celebrate all of the baby steps, right? Um, because the bottom line is that commitment is the real win, right? It's not the success, it's your commitment. On Thursday, the 13th of March, um, that Virgo moon is going to square Jupiter, sextile Mars, quincunx Chiron, and oppose Saturn. Thursday, habit change is absolutely the name of the game right now. That's what we're talking about pretty much all week. Uh, the Virgo full moon is looming on Thursday energetically. So use those energies to keep, okay, we got you, to keep up your devotion, right? Devotion to commitment is what we're talking about. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Remind yourself that every action matters just as much as the next one, the next one, the next one. So focus on that next right action. And remember that even a mistake is an opportunity to learn something, to grow or shift or change. So be all about the trying, be all about the committing yourself to the process, right? Absolutely. Friday, the 14th, at 1:55 a.m. Central Time, the moon opposes the Pisces sun, and we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 23 degrees Virgo. That Virgo moon will subsequently trine Uranus. The sun sextiles Uranus also. The moon will oppose Neptune, and then about 12 hours after that full moon, the moon moves into Libra, and the Libra moon will trine Pluto before the day is over. Now, here's the deal. Especially if you happen to have placements in 22 to 24 degrees of the mutable signs, and that means Virgo or Sagittarius or Pisces or Gemini, pay close attention, right? Close attention. This this Virgo full moon lunar eclipse absolutely illuminates, right? As always, a full moon is always an illumination. This is like a laser beam. The moon is conjunct the south node, right? That means deep karmic release, deep karmic release. The full moon is trining. Oops, hold on. I dropped it on the floor. So, the moon is trining Uranus. All right, so that's going to bring suddenness, swiftness, with a very deep and wide capacity to feel into the residual freedom and independence that's going to be left over as these awarenesses come into your periphery. This is absolutely the time to claim your status and your birthright, right? This concept of sovereignty, absolutely. Have the courage to say yes to everything that the clarity um, brings to you, right? And guess what? It's time to put that crown right on your own head. Um, it is way, way past time, by the way. And also, the moon's opposition to the sun, which is conjunct Saturn, means that there's no more room for agreements, and that is whether they're passive or active agreements to any agenda that is not your own agenda, okay? Um, and no agreement to anything that is not in alignment with your highest and best. Here's the deal: you're not going to have to ask whether it's in alignment. You're going to know. You absolutely know. And so the key at this point with this amazing full moon is claim it. Absolutely claim it. Yeah. Okay, we got you. Yes, you are. Saturday, the 15th, um, Mercury goes retrograde at 1:46 Central Time. So literally almost 24 exact hours after the full moon lunar eclipse. Mercury goes retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries. He will back up to 26 degrees of Pisces. And that Libra moon is going to oppose Venus and Mercury, which will both be in retrograde at that time. And then the moon will trine Jupiter. Now, we know Mercury retrograde is time to check, check, triple check, right? Everything. Especially, however, with the Mercury retrograde in Aries, right? Find your inner filters and keep your own counsel. The moon is going to really magnetize both Venus and Mercury, creating some serious potential for some big, giant misspeaks or missed takes, especially when it comes to relationship communication or communicating with other people. So do your absolute best. And I would say Saturday night, it might be a great movie night because that way you don't have to do a lot of communicating, right? And then on Sunday, the 16th, that Libra moon is going to square Mars, oppose Chiron, and then quincunx Saturn, Uranus, and the Sun. The fact of the matter is, Sunday, the 16th, there is really not much that can make Sunday feel less strained or contentious. So I would recommend choosing to take it a little bit easy on Sunday. You might still be reeling. That full moon lunar eclipse, Mercury retrograde energy might have you feeling some kind of ways. And the old versions of you might pop in a little bit louder than you like. So um, just kick back, right? If you got to hang with people who actually grok you and not people you got to prove something to on Sunday, right? Good luck with that. Let's talk. On Monday, we have lovely the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. I had to count. I really had to count. The Eight of Pentacles, right? This is a beautiful card of really learning through devotion. And this is that unconditional love. So I love the way that we're talking about how Monday is a day where we have depth and capacity for real conversation, right? What is important to you? That sense of home is going to be very uh, present in your thoughts, in your experiences. So make sure that you're looking at the ways you want to focus on that in your 3D experience and how you want to create it for yourself, right? Because remember, what you're applying yourself to, the way that you're doing that work is exactly how it's going to manifest. So just pay attention. Just be mindful of the way you're showing up in your own story about home, right? On Tuesday, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. Now, this is a really interesting pairing. Excuse me. We're talking about really witnessing the way that we might find ourselves uh, sliding into critical faculty today, right? Um, the fact of the matter is, this is about focusing on the stuff you can do, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, right? He's going to do what he needs to do, and he's going to do it with unerring dedication. And so we have the Fool, right? And the Fool is that card of faith, right? A journey of faith. So make sure that the things you have committed your inner game to when it comes to home, that you're really maintaining that course. Even if you have to kind of let other stuff roll off your back, right? Just maintain your focus in faith. Okay? then, okay, we have it again. So we've got the Hierophant and the Knight of Cups. Now, this is interesting because we're talking about shutting down all of our attention to the external on Wednesday and really leaning into our own discernment, right? Um, to make sure that we're leaving the self recrimination behind and focus on moving toward what we want, toward what we're committed to. Now, here's the deal: the Hierophant is absolutely a beautiful card of faith, like the Fool. The difference is that this is a card of discerning faith, right? The Hierophant requires you to question with your heart what actually works for you and what is programming, right? What is your true and authentic highest and best, and what is just a thing you picked up along the way. So all of this gets filtered through your heart, whether or not that's going to end up in your cup, right? Is always about your discernment. So lean into that, right? Lean into that and lead with it. Make it your source of both fulfillment and inspiration. On Thursday, you have the Queen and Four of Pentacles. An interesting pairing again, right? We're talking about habit change here. So, what are you willing to let go of in service to what you really want to become? Reminding yourself that every action matters just as much as the other, and really not focusing on what you're going to want to hold on to. Well, I've always done it this way. Well, this is the way I was told. No, no, no. We dealt with that. We've dealt with that already. And so the way that you want to absolutely witness, even holding on to something and then allowing it to release, is that victory to be celebrated, right? So just making sure that you're not holding on to stuff um, just because, right? We don't have a just because up in here. Now listen, y'all, on this full moon lunar eclipse day, we have the Page and the Eight of Swords. How phenomenal is this for a Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, right? That is opposed to the Sun and Saturn. Come on, it is so lovely, right? We're talking about laser beams. So we've got swords all over the place. What are you allowing to hold you back? Right? Blinding. You get, however, this beautiful beam of light that comes in to illuminate the places you have been stuck, that you have agreed to be stuck, right? You have agreed to it. And remember, you don't have to feel bad about that. You don't have to beat yourself up for an agreement. All you have to do is be in the present and shift and change it, right? We're talking about deep karmic releases. Absolutely, we are. We're talking about swiftness, right? This Page of Swords says, oh, we have this awareness now. We're going to act on it. We're going to cut away what needs to be cut away. This is time to claim our birthright. Heck yeah, it is. Absolutely. This is the time to have the courage to say yes to our clarity. Here's the deal: she can always step out of this circle. She is not bound. She can walk away. She just needs the idea, the clarity, the concept to come in that she can. And then guess what? There is no more tie to these old agreements. There is no more binding at all. There is just the motion that accompanies this new idea. Oh, what a brilliant Virgo full moon. I love it. Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Um, okay, so Mercury goes retrograde. Oh, really? But we've got the Nine of Pentacles here, right? Nine of Pentacles, wish fulfillment. This is a beautiful card. You are going to get exactly what you require. And if you're going to fight about it, you're going to be in your own way, right? This is about self sufficiency. So the way that you are working as the moon is magnetizing both Mercury and Venus in retrograde, allows you to really create this sense of 3D stability. As always, you're going to be in your own way if you allow yourself to be. So, here's my best advice: identify the places where you're in your own way and step aside, right? You have 3 good weeks to check, check, triple check all of those things. You've already done this work at the full moon. Quit hanging on to anything you don't need to hang on to, right? Instead, be in that state of, oh, I see what I'm calling in. I am devoted to that, right? I'm not going to defend anything I don't uh, feel, there we go, feel the need to defend, right? If it's not in line with me, it's got to go. And I'm going to stop telling the story about it, right? Nonsense. And then on Sunday, the Hanged Man and the Hermit. Interesting, right? These are both kind of cards of introspection. These are both kinds of cards of looking at things from all sides, turning them over very carefully, very thoroughly. Uh, I told you that Sunday's energy is a little bit strained, it's a little bit tense, and the best option is truly going to be to either choose to hang with people who already are familiar with your light and your darkness and all your pieces, parts, and perspectives, or to maybe just get out in nature and look at something, look at the underside of some rocks, right? Something like that. Sunday is a low key sort of day. You are your choices. Guess what? Thanks, Seneca. Yeah, you are. You are your choices. And this week, especially, right? We have opportunities to really um, to acknowledge the things that are shown to us or not to acknowledge them, right? And either way, whether we lean in, whether we utilize our discernment, whether we um, whatever it is that we choose, the affirmative or the denial, the resistance or the flow, it's going to show up, and it's showing up for you, right? It's showing up for you to teach you what it is that you're choosing. It's very simple. If you don't like what you're choosing, choose differently. Um, wow, where did my book go? Oh, hold on. I got it. I almost lost it. All right. So then we have this absolutely darling happy family card. It is a 4, right? 4s we know are very strong energies. Happy family. All right. Let's read about it. I want to know. I don't know why. I haven't used this oracle in so long, but it was so super strongly asking to come out. So I like it. It's kind of like a 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, all in one, a little bit of 6 of Cups. I dig it. Okay, let's read. Closeness, fun, and caring. What an interesting oracle for this week. The rainbow over this family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember that this part of your life needs to be in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting and perhaps a relationship with someone who already has children from a previous marriage. This ready made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, anniversary, or birthday party. Enjoy. The affirmation is: I open myself to new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see the greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. I like that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we have Venus in retrograde right now, right? Um, she's popping all over the board, but she's spending really close time with Mercury, and so this concept of your inner sense of home being created as simply your own presence with yourself is echoed all through these cards, right? This is all about your choices and your discernment and the way that you're showing up for yourself right now. Um, Staying in the present, getting rid of the self recrimination, devoting yourself to this part of your journey. I also will say this here. I was going to do a separate video on this full moon, but well, I might still. But what I want to say about this is that this full moon happens in opposition to the sun and Saturn, right? And so the way that this energy feels, uh, there are some big Saturn transits coming up in the future. Um, Not all that long in the future, as a matter of fact. And so I want you to start paying attention to Saturn's energy, especially as Saturn really, really asks you to really find the places where you're self restricting now, right? It will be important. Just preload it in your awareness for the future. And we'll talk more about it when we get to the Saturn Neptune conjunction that's going to form over the next, the next period of time. But pay attention to the things that you're promising yourself and the way that you choose to devote yourself to yourself and show up for yourself, right? Right, absolutely. You're really on this journey for yourself. These nights up here really affirm that. And this page here absolutely brings it home. Um, we are in for interesting times, folks. We have been in interesting times for quite a while. So we'll see how it goes. Uh, Till next time, thanks for your patience. Take care.